Hello! Alright, let's talk about vaginal stroke vulva hygiene. Alright, do you know that proper vaginal hygiene is very, very healthy for you as a woman? Right? That prevent a lot of infection for you. But before we progress in this discussion, I want to know if all of us know the difference between vagina and vulva, because I found out that these two words are used interchangeably and people don't really know what they really mean. Okay, this is a learning ground. Feel free. Vagina is inside. You don't really see your vagina. All right? And that vagina doesn't require washing. You see, when people say vagina washing, you'll be wondering, what do they really mean? Because vagina is internal organ. While vulva is actually what you see. Vulva is external reproductive organ, the one you see. So whenever you refer to your external reproductive organ, please use vulva, not vagina. You don't see your vagina, all right? So before we progress, keeping your reproductive organs, especially your private part, clean is very, very essential to prevent some infections, both UTI, that urinary tract infection, and both vaginal infection. We have different types of vaginal infection. We have UTI. UTI is particular to the urethra. When you talk about the vulva, in the vulva, you're going to see coming from the front in the vulva, you see the urethra. That means urethra opening is where the urine comes from. You're still gonna see your vagina, where either the baby, the menses, or where the penis go in during sex. Then you're gonna see your anus at the back, where you poo from. Right? So this is the arrangement. So you're gonna know all this. It's very important you know which one is. It's very important you know all of them and what they really mean. So that will guide you in their hygiene. So let's talk about their hygiene. Of course, we know vagina does not want any help at all. It doesn't want any help with washing. It can self-wash itself by itself. It has that capacity. So let's talk about this vagina to vulva hygiene under three categories. One is in terms of washing, in terms of your clothing, then in terms of care after sex. In terms of washing, please, you are meant to wash your vulva with warm water and mild soap. Don't use very strong soap. Don't use scented soap or gel. They will irritate the place. And you don't need to wash your vagina, please. I said it's inside. It washes itself. It has the capacity to wash itself. It doesn't need your help, please. Then you also need to wash or wipe from front to back. I say from front to back, not the other way around. If you clean from front to back, it will prevent you from introducing microorganisms into your vagina because you're cleaning from urethra down to anus. But when you clean from anus to front, you can introduce microorganisms from your anus into your vagina, which will be very, very disastrous for you. Then, in terms of your clothing, you should wear more of cotton underwears. They are high in absorbing. They have that tendency to absorb moistures. Then you should avoid synthetic, underwears. You should avoid tight clothing. Allow the place to breathe. Okay, he has not committed any offense. Allow it to breathe. Okay, so allow the place to breathe. Wear light clothing. All right. Then you should avoid wearing wet swimsuits. Maybe after swimming, you should remove your swimsuit. Don't wear it for a long period of time. All right. Then coming to care after sex, please change condom when you are switching from anal, vagina, or oral sex. Don't use the same condom. Change condom. Right. Then don't share your sex toys with anybody at all. It's a means of contacting infection or STDs. Then also know that it's very vital to urinate after sex. This is because during sexual activity, you might mistakenly introduce microorganism or another flora into the urethra, urethra, where you urinate. And when you leave it there for some time, it might migrate and cause some UTI. So you need to flush it out by urinating, right? Then you can have your shower. It's very essential to keep your vulva clean, all right? So if you are known to have yeast infection, if you're known to have recurrent yeast infection, it's advisable that you take what? Yogurt. Yogurt is rich in Lactobacillus acidophilus. I didn't say you should put it inside. You can take yogurt, all right? That will help you to prevent yeast infection. You can as well drink cranberry juice. It's very healthy to prevent UTI. All right, these are just the basic things you can do to keep your vulva and vagina clean.